Okay, today we're going to make a springtime dishcloth, and this is made from cotton yarn. You can use any kind of cotton yarn that you prefer. This is actually made with sugar and cream yarn, and this is made with the G hook, and this is made with the H hook. So whichever size you prefer. This is kind of what it looks like in comparison. It's a very nice, easy to hold in your hand, easy to wash your dishes with. It's perfect for a woman's sized hand. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start out using the magic ring or the magic circle method, and it's very simple. You just hold your yarn like this, and you wrap it around your fingers, and then this goes over. It's hard to bend my arm that way, but if you can see, and then you just bring it under that very first thread right there, and you just grab that piece of yarn right there, and then you kind of twist it around and bring it up. So that's the magic loop. I'll do it one more time. Your short tail goes here, and then I'm just going to wrap it around these three fingers, and then I cross it over. So you see it's over on that side, and then I kind of hold it underneath with my pinky. Put it underneath that one strand and grab that one. And then you hold it up, and then you just pinch it with your fingers, and then you're ready to start. So what we do is, the very first thing we do is we're going to chain one, and then we're going to make 10 single crochets in the ring. So that's your chain one, and then 10 single crochets right in that magic circle. So there's 1, 2, 9, and 10. So there you are. So you're going to pull the short tail, and that will close up your circle. So I pull on it, and there we go. See how small it is? And you don't need such a tiny circle. Just close it as much as you can. And so then you can count back to, if you're not quite sure where the very first one is. And sometimes your short tail does get a little bit twisted, so you can just move that out of the way. Put it right there. So we're going to go into the very first single crochet, which is the very top double stitch right there. And then we're going to just do a slip stitch. Bring it through both. Okay, so that's the very beginning. Now, that was round 1. Now round 2 is we're going to chain 2 and put a double crochet in your first stitch, and then 2 double crochet in each stitch after. So chain 2, and so not in that stitch, but in that one. So that's your 1 double crochet, and that, so this one will count as 1, so there's 2 already. And so we're going to do 2 in every stitch around, and it'll make 20. So that's 1, 2, and then it'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Right in there. One and 2 makes 4. And this will be 5 and 6. So go ahead and just continue that around. Okay, now we're going on to the last two. So this will be 19 and 20. And you see that this was the chain 1. So we're going to go into the top of that. And do 2 double crochet. And then you can pull your little circle closed a little bit more. Sometimes it stretches out. So now we go on to round 3. We're going to put 2 double crochet in the next stitch and then a double crochet in the next stitch after that, and you repeat that for a total of 29 double crochet. So I'm going to not put it in the same stitch, but I'm going to put 2 in this stitch. 1, 2, and then 1 in the next one after, and then 2 in this one, 1, 2, and 1 in the next one. And continue it around till you have 29 or even 30 stitches, but 29 is preferable, so hopefully it'll turn out 29 for you. Okay, my last double crochet, 29. Now we're going to just do a slip stitch in the top of this chain right here. And then we're only going to single crochet 1 time, and then we're going to do 5 double crochet in the same stitch, and then chain 1 and skip a stitch. Okay, so 5 double crochet, that's the same stitch, so that would be that stitch. I made up this pattern, so I don't know why I'm having a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like a little shell or a little petal. And then you chain 1 and skip a stitch. So you'll skip that one. And then you'll go into this one. And you'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cotton is very tight. 5. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and go into this one and do 5 more. So 5 in one stitch with the chain 1 and skip a stitch. 5 in here, chain 1, skip a stitch. 5 in there, and continue all the way around, and you should have 14 petals at the very end. Okay. Now, I'm going to do my last double crochet, so that's 5. And then you're going to do your last chain, and then we're going to slip stitch in the top. 1, 2, 3. So on the third one of this first chain or double crochet, slip stitch it through both, and then pull that up. And see, you won't be able to tell where the beginning or the end is. So that pulls out, and then you get your scissors. And you cut that, and then you continue pulling. And then you're just going to sew in your tail. And then you also have to sew in your where you made your magic loop, your magic circle. So you turn it over to the back, and you're just gonna what I do is kind of do it in the back, and it will not show in the front at all. Kind of weave it all the way down till you get down to the middle, and then what I like to do is sometimes I tie it to the magic circle tail right here when you get all the way down to here. So basically that's it. And see where they're both right pretty much next to each other. Because this will keep sliding open, but it doesn't really matter because it looks good with a little hole in the beginning. So sometimes in order to keep it from opening further, I take these two pieces, these two yarn tails, and I'll just tighten them up. Do it twice. And then I'll take this tail here and weave it in a little bit, and this tail weave it in a little bit, because you don't want to cut it there and just leave them sticking out. You want to weave them in and then cut them and hide them. And there you are. You have a nice little washcloth to clean your little cup and your plates. So happy crocheting!